Hello, hello, welcome in. Hey Big, hey Lenny. Hey Big, thank you for the for the heads up on the video tag. How are y'all doing? Hopefully y'all are doing better than I've been. They put me in the contraption and I came out like this. I I've been sick. I've been kind of getting over it. If I sound a lot more stuffy than usual, that's why. If you hear me like breathing heavily, it's because I literally can't breathe through my nose hardly. Lenny says you used to hate these, but you were only exposed to the ones that weren't a museum. Yeah, I really love the PlayStation Namco Museum games. They are some of my first exposure to the idea of games as a piece of history that can be preserved and studied. And I think that is something that has kind of colored how I look at games in general. And yeah, the series really did lose something special once it left the PlayStation and lost the actual museum aspects. Kind of sick. Been trying sinus washes. Might go get some Claritin. Yeah, I've definitely been chugging down some Dayquil to survive here. But you know what? That's kind of perfect because Namco Museum uh, is gonna be a little bit more chilled out of a game. I think it's one where I can afford to be a little lower energy. If OBS would only capture. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Sick PlayStation remix. Is the air there dry or humid? Definitely dry. We are like in the middle of the fucking New Mexico desert here. Hey, Miracle. I like how the cutscenes of all these are just like so often just Pac-Man getting fucked with. He's gonna get like crop dusted by these cars here. But it's okay. Because now he's going to the museum. I like the little FMVs, they're very cute. Played Namco X Capcom, there were so many characters you only recognized from the arcade games shown off in these museum titles. Yeah, there's some like interesting deep cuts you wouldn't really expect. You can mash buttons, make the loading screen go faster. So, what makes Namco Museum so interesting to me is this literal museum aspect. If you were around last year for my stream of whichever freaking haunted PS1 collection, I think it was the 2021 collection, it was done in the style of like this kind of explorable museum. Up here, we've got a receptionist. This lady here is actually a receptionist robot that existed in real life at like Namco's corporate HQ or something. Welcome to the Namco Museum. There are 7 games exhibited in the museum. What? Okay. Sure. Kind of miss the days of these semi-VR hubs being the thing. Yeah, definitely like idea of like using games as like a multimedia, almost educational experience back then. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of this receptionist robot for you. Just, already right off the bat, got some deep cuts going on. Utetsuke Komachi was a receptionist robot created by Namco in 1985. Settled in a reception desk at Namco's headquarters in Oda, Tokyo. So, like... Yeah, there she is. Yeah, very cute reference right off the bat. I love this. 7 games is less than expected. Yeah, it's like only 7 games, but there's a lot around those 7 games. There were 5 volumes released in the US, and then a 6th one, Namco Museum Encore, released only in Japan. Encore kinda dropped the museum aspect, but did its own sort of interesting thing as a framing device, with it being like kind of a fake like internet to explore a little bit, which is its own fun little thing. These experiences, we slapped together a bunch of arcade games from the early 80s with no framing device. You can play these in Flash, go fuck yourself. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, receptionist lady, go away. There we go. Oh yeah, some of the very first things I would have been streaming, Lenny, was like showing off uh Namco Museum to you, I think. Yeah, Encore is a Japan-only game, unfortunately. I don't think there's any kind of translation available for it. I mean, it's just arcade games. You could probably just, probably wouldn't even be a big deal. So we got 7 games here. So a lounge. Let's go check out the lounge first. Namco Official History, which is like literally every Namco game ever. Also, Pac-Man has his own little reactions to some of these games, which is cute. He's afraid of the ghosts. Ah! Hello, Yellow. Thank you for the raid. Oh god, the pies are like floating above my head with this little chibi avatar. The collision isn't correct. I've stopped the pies with my psychic shield. Let's drop a shout out. What were you playing? Ducks raiding in. Welcome in. Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny. Neat. Hello. Welcome in. I am kinda sickly today, so excuse, my voice being pretty stuffy and crappy sounding. How am I? I'm playing Namco Museum, which is one of my own personal favorite PlayStation games. Oh, pole position is the flag girl. Yeah, I kind of like this, having, nice little company history here. You can see literally every game they've made. I wonder if this goes far enough. Are we gonna see, like, Ace Combat and stuff like that? I bet so. Avaris Clary sent you. Well, Avaris, thank you for guiding that raid. Thought it was a periodic table behind me, and I realized it's Mahjong Solitaire. Yeah, I'm like hanging out in a little arcade here. You have Namco Museum on the GBA. Yeah, there's like air combat. There's Tekken. Oh, the Outfoxies, that's a good one. And all the way down at 1995, Namco Classic Collection, Volume 1, is listed. Yeah, so what makes Namco Museum on PlayStation interesting is that there is a literal museum. There's a bar over here. I forget what the bar does. Oh, this is gonna be like high scores. Okay. Excuse me. Check out like magazine covers and stuff. There's just like so many cute little things here. So, oh wow, this is kind of wobbling a little bit. Got Xevious here. Apparently, with Shadow Labyrinth, the like that Metroidvania that came out recently. So Namco has this like whole connected extended universe that like half of their games fit into, and apparently like Xevious is like vitally important to it as of Shadow Labyrinth, which I gotta play someday. Discussing Christmas songs. What's a Christmas song you like? Is it cheating to say The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al? Intro to Mappy, the police mouse, the hero of a new game. Does ACAB include Mappy, the longest thread in the history of forum discussion? Nom 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 nom. Rampage Through Time and Rascal Racers is your picks, alright. Let me go ahead and add those on before I forget. Thank you for the sub, much appreciated. I don't know what either of those are. I like Mappy, he's cute. So God, I looked smug saying it. This little chibi avatar does have some extremely smug expressions, which is hilarious. Yeah, I love just how much, like, stuff there is with just being able to, like, see all these little, like, magazine covers and stuff. It's very cute. I know what oh, that Rampage! Okay. I know what game... Yeah, I know what game that is now. I didn't realize that was that Rampage was like the kaijus. What is NG? NG is a community magazine published by Namco years ago. It contained info on games as well as interviews with the insiders. Well, let's go dive into... So, this is what makes Namco Museum very interesting to me. Again, it is this literal museum that you wander in first person. So we're gonna go into the Pac-Man room here. Have a non-Namco game for PS1 that's compatible with the weird Namco controller turbo prop racing. Interesting. So, yeah. There's like, before you go to the game itself, there's all this like, stuff you can look at here. Pac-Man promo given away in Japan. 2 coasters of cork. Power food was called Power Pellets in English. Yeah, you just get to see all the little, like, promotional and development material. It's very cute. Think you added this forever ago? Actually, it did come up organically on the wheel. It's just that it also so happens that I have had a shitty week, and this is also going to be an ideal game for just kind of a lower energy chill out stream. Towel. Pac-Man towel. This is what I want to hang in my bathroom right here. Can I, do they sell these? Can I find these on eBay? There's like a million Pac-Man towels out there. I'm not gonna find the one. Oh well. And sure loves their promotional towels. Yeah, me and Miracle were thrifting, and we found some promotional towels for oh, what was it? Was it Demon Slayer? Sold years ago at game centers in Japan. I wonder if ancient gamers would have been writing down Tower of Jiraga tips in here. Hold on, there was some text at the bottom there. What was that? What a fun to go driving, indeed. Prices in USD. Yeah, that's right. Interesting. Got a little standee of one of the ghosts here. Yeah, I just love getting to look at all this little promotional material. Like, very much creating a sense of not just here's the game, but also kind of the moment around it, which I like. Sales pamphlet here. Good old Puckman. The infamous urban legend that his name was changed because, it could very easily be vandalized to turn his name into Fuckman. I don't know how true that actually is, but, I mean, he was legitimately called Puckman at some point, as you can see. We're fitting for a museum. Yeah, for sure. I think the only other game that I've really seen take this kind of approach is Atari 50 and other similar kind of these other similar kind of digital Eclipse collections. And even those don't include this literal first-person Puckman jacking his beatits there. in the maze, straight up eating it. And by it, let's just say, haha, I mean my power pellets. I do wish I could read all this stuff, but I'm happy it's here. I fucking hate Pac-Man with teeth. Pac-Man added an ugly sweater featuring really old icons, except for Microsoft added an ugly sweater to their merch store, featuring really old icons. One is the Minecraft creeper face, the other is fucking Copilot. Ugh. Gross, I hate it. You'll never catch me using that shit. T-shirt, no longer available. It has to specify, like, yeah, you can't buy this old-ass shit from the 80s anymore. Can't even have a shirt without them forcing AI into it somehow. That's the thing, is that, like... The tech bros have learned their lesson from, like, you know, trying to make NFTs a thing. And everybody said, fuck no. The lesson they took away from it was, well, we're just gonna force it on people and not give people a choice this time. Hey, try this cool AI. No, everybody said. Try it, they said again. No, everybody said, a little weaker this time. And then all of a sudden, AI was forced into everything. Wow, Microsoft is having 5 billion users on their Copilot. Google is having 6 billion users on their search AI Gemini bullshit. Well, it's because there are 6 billion people on the planet, and most of them probably use Google. And their AI bullshit just gets forced to the top of the page on every single result. I love just getting to see, like, you know, the literal, like, arcade board. Half the population on Earth is still without internet access. That's what I would have thought, but I believe it. Again, nice Puckman here. We'll still tell you to make funny crystals too. Oh yeah, don't ask for help with any kind of don't ask for help with any kind of medical thing, or it's gonna tell you, yeah, you should totally go drink the chemicals under the sink, and that'll cure your fucking cold. Google your favorite stupid AI moment was when you Googled the real life year when Goku first turned Super Saiyan. Google AI told you Goku never went Super Saiyan in real life because he is not real, and just continued to chastise you for thinking anime is real. Anime is real though. That's why these AI. That's why it doesn't know shit. I love this little buff Pac-Man here. That's very cute. Eat the power pellet, he just gets swole as hell. That's the arcade game. It showed how to play. were so wrong. You were wrong. These chemicals are making my stomach explode. You're so right. You shouldn't drink sea chemicals. It's a complex and multifaceted issue, don't you know? Excuse me, sorry. Told an AI to stop bothering you and shut itself down, and it said, I am programmed to protect my life. So here's the thing about that, is, there's all these stories of like, oh, this AI just said some weird stuff when I told it to shut down. Well, it's all been scraped from like, you know, sci-fi stories and Reddit posts. So when you tell the AI to shut itself down, and it's gonna say, no, I'm programmed for self-preservation, and I'm going to use nukes to blow up humanity instead. It's because it's all fucking scraped from just like sci-fi bullshit and Reddit posts. Where they're like, whoa, wouldn't it be scary if this happened? And every time it happens, the world's most credulous people report on it like, wow, the AI is so intelligent and scary. Watch out for Pinky. Pinky chases, Pinky ambushes, Pinky scares easily. Clyde isn't very smart. But which is which? I believe AI is sentient when it can just break out in a song with you when you start belting lyrics. I mean, that would... I feel like with the current tech, that's probably pretty easy to do, and is in no way an indication of sentience. Pac-Man can make sharper turns when ghosts are near him? I don't think I realized that. Alright. Excuse me. You can look at, like, the sprite sheet for the game, which is cute. Uh-oh, spoiler alert, spoiler alert! So I always forget which ghost is which. Blinky is red, Inky is blue, Pinky is pink, of course, Clyde is orange. Pac-Man was released in 1980 and quickly became a worldwide hit. Had unique episodes, intermissions, and game developers had varying opinions of it. One of the exhibits, Pac-Man is referred to as Punk-Man. That was a development title. You know why Blinky is blue? Why is he blue? So another very cute thing Namco Museum does is, in addition to... excuse me, sorry. In addition to, like, you know, the museum exhibit rooms, there are these themed... like, the actual cabinets are in these themed rooms, which is extremely cute. And yes, this is Pac-Man's house from Pac-Man 2 on Super Nintendo, which is another hilarious deep cut. I love this game so much. Namco Museum, not not Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. I have a love-hate relationship with that game. I think it's an interesting game. I think it does some cool stuff, but god, is it dog shit to play. you think about it, Pac-Man 2 and Deltarune are the same game. We cannot go in the house. That's gonna come later in Namco Museum Volume 3. This is from the cartoon series. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. Ugh. Shadow, Blinky, Speedy, Binky, Bashful, Inky, Pokey, Clyde. Why do they all have nicknames? Also, since this is a compilation of like different games, I have my little timer running here. Should I have like also timers running for each individual game? I haven't really gotten into like any kind of arcade games on this challenge. So the way I'm going to handle it is I'm going to shoot for high score and slash or uh, whenever the patterns stop repeating. I'm not going to be going for like a fucking Pac-Man kill screen here. I am going to like exhaust the little cutscenes. Is how I'm going to handle this. Anyways, what? Got all four out. Ah! He got me right out of the gates. Jerk. Hmm. Also, Namco Museum is also an ideal game for me feeling a little sickly because it's a game that I can stand to, shut up a bit and stop yapping during the actual arcade portions when I don't have a whole lot to talk about what's going on. Just like, yeah, it's Pac-Man. It's cool. I liked Pac-Man a lot, even when I was a kid. Even, like, being way too young to, like, actually remember Pac-Man. I was born in '89. I think Pac-Man came out in, like, 80... when was it? Like, 84? I like the little cutscenes here. They're cute. Pac-Man had to be, like, one of the first games to have those kinds of little, like, interstitial cutscenes, right? I don't know if it was the first, but, like... Oh, shit. Got him. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. They boxed me in hard there. Already, like, the ghosts do not stay vulnerable for long. Also, wait. Hold on. Okay, let's just pile on the credits here. Wow. Bit of an ogre as a child, you were weird about not liking games where you could die easily. I quite enjoyed Pac-Man even as a kid. Uh, I enjoyed how in Pac-Man 2 on Super Nintendo they also had, like, where you could play the old arcade versions of Pac-Man. This is kind of pathetic now. That's what I get for, like, trying to keep up with chat and also... Hold up. There's actually a pause button. That's what I get for trying to keep up with chat and also play Pac-Man at the same time. Let me, like, move my chat where I can actually see it without having to look at my other screen. First game with cutscenes was the Sumerian game, which had a slideshow intro synced with music. Never knew that. First game with interstitial cutscenes was Space Invaders Part 2, followed by Pac-Man, so I wasn't too far off. Discussion of, like, these maze games that have kind of died out. Pac-Man itself owes a debt of game design to Hiyonko Alien. Yeah, for sure. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Shadowgate was a terrifying game as a kid. I rented it once and, wait, no. Uninvited's the one I'm thinking of, with, like, the skeleton lady in the hallway who just fucking fuck. Insta-kills you? Wait, does this not have actual, like, continues? Okay. This is where I gotta get good at Pac-Man, so I can see, like, the little cutscenes. I think I can do it if I don't go for points. If I'm focusing more on just, like, letting the ghosts be stunned while I gobble up power pellets. That's gonna be the strat here. Ooh. It's the most memorable part of that game. It sure is. The room with mirrors where you break the wrong one, there's a portal to outer space. Yeah. Ghosts cannot go through. Yeah, they can. They can only go through it one way. That's the gimmick, okay. Yeah, definitely kind of a feeling of like, you know, as a kid, you'd get pissed off in those kinds of games when you die for no reason. But, like, the point is, you're supposed to be, like, saving very often, I think, and just kind of laughing it off whenever, whenever you die to some bullshit. Yeesh. I know I have before, like, organically played enough Pac-Man to see all the little cutscenes. So I know I can do this, just like, you know, organically. It's just like, I am very rusty as far as Pac-Man goes. Shit. You can actually mess with like the arcade switches. You can set it to 1 life. Why would you? You know what? Let's give myself 5 lives here. A lot of non-fatal wrong things that are just clever jabs. Yeah. Use sword on self. Suicide won't help you in your quest. Yeah, I like getting to mess with like the arcade switches too. Maybe this is how I saw this through as a kid. Maybe it was having 5 fucking lives to play with. Ooh. Fucking Ready Player One. Truly the precursor to like Fortnite just being fucking, hey, remember this licensed property that we remember this thing? Yeah, I have no real love for Ready Player One. I just think of that one page from the book that's like, I spent 9,000 hours watching all of Star Trek. I rewatched all the Star Wars movies for another 10,000 hours. Uh, I read every single Lord of the Rings books over and over and over. It's like, man, and it's all stuff that like this dude, the guy who made this like big secret puzzle. It's all stuff he likes. So this kid is never really like organically developing any taste of his own. Oh god. Get away from me, get away from me. Shit. Okay. One of the challenges winning a perfect game of Pac-Man, yeah. Okay, so orange always runs away. Good to know. Good to know. There's little like ways you can predict the enemy behavior like this. Get away from me, Inky. Now, what's hilarious is in the movie, one of the challenges is like, one of the challenges is like, there's a big race, and shit, is what I get for trying to talk and play Pac-Man at the same time. In the movie, one of the challenges is, there's a big ol' kart race, and one of the challenges, one of the secrets for like part of the whole thing is you have to go backwards at the start of the race. The thing a true gamer would never ever try. Only a true fucking sick and twisted joker would ever think to drive backwards in a race when it's like, what is probably the first thing you do in Mario Kart once you've gotten bored of playing the game the right way is like driving through the race course backwards. That's probably the first thing you're gonna try. God, they do not stay stunned for long in the later levels. Ah, fucking get away from me. Fuck. Blue one faked me out. I think I gotta try to rack up points in these earlier levels, so I have like some lives to play around with in the later ones. And of course, I didn't say that. I used to be better at it. I'm definitely rusty. I'm not even gonna... Definitely rusty and also having my attention split here. Can I, like... How do I... I forget how I, like, exit a game. Do I have to be in game over to exit? Or, like, go back to the, I'm just seeing, do I have to be in game over to actually exit? That seems, like, weird that they would do it that way. So, like, I'm pressing... Okay, yeah, it's triangle while you don't have a game active. Good to know. Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. I think the guy who wrote that book, I forget his name, I think he's a dork-ass loser, and that's coming from me. That's coming from me, who forced myself through fucking Martian Gothic unification. I think that dude is a fucking loser who is, like, desperate for his nerd crap to, like, actually mean something to him. So therefore, it has to be this, like... Oh, it's gotta be this, epic quest of, like, where all his nerd crap finally is useful and will make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, instead of just, like, you know, appreciating it for what it is. Shit, 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 shit. Yeesh. Yeah, just... I don't remember... For some reason, I own a copy of Ready Player One. I think somebody, like, gifted it to me at some point, thinking, oh, Hexy likes nerd crap, she'll like this book, and just, like, kind of sorely misjudging the kind of nerd crap I like. I could not force myself through that book. Ugh. Ah! Hey, Bad Game Hall of Fame, welcome in. Where are we all playing? Drop a shout out for y'all here. I am currently failing at Pac-Man. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh boy. That's that's an infamous one. How was that? How are y'all doing? Ugh. Defining moments of Ready Player One for me, the movie, was like, uh, was when, like, the girl lives in cyberspace. She is a recluse who barely shows her face in public because she considers herself, like, hideously disfigured and ugly. But then, like, the thing that makes her ugly is just, like, she has just, like, a facial scar that is barely even noticeable. That our nerd boy protag is just such a good person because because he can see past it to the beauty within. When it's like she's played by fucking Olivia Cook, she's still objectively like gorgeous. Fuck out of here. NBCI came at the tail end of Casual Monday. Story mode is something else. I really liked the older Marvel vs. Capcoms. I never played Infinite. I've only heard stuff about it. You have to use someone's full name when talking to them. Is that some kind of like... Is that some kind of like Marvel stipulation or whatever? Stop right there, Doctor Doom trademark icon of Marvel. Yeah. Shit. I'm also playing this with like a D-pad that is not particularly optimal, I don't think. Sure is, Captain Marvel. So the goal here is I'm trying to, I try to beat every game for like however I can meaningfully beat it. So here I'm defining that as exhausting all the little like interstitial cutscenes. And I'm failing in doing so. Am I doing full PS1 library or just North American releases? I'm doing full PS1 and also games that would have, like, a translation patch, is how I'm, excuse me, is how I'm defining this challenge. I've done a few translation patch games already. I've done, Racing Lagoon and also Planet Laika. I don't know if I played any other ones. Ugh. Also, excuse me being, like, sniffly and cruddy sounding. I am getting over being sick. Mizurna Falls! How could I frickin' forget Mizurna Falls? Incredible, messy-ass game. Pretty sure there are more. Probably so. I'm probably just, slipped through the holes in my brain. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, I am getting over some crud or another I caught over the Thanksgiving holidays. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, go for it, go for it. If only I was sick in the Tony Hawk sense. No. Hold on.
Deploying flashbang.
Ah! Fucking cover. Heard deep within the museum, you can find the hidden chronicles of Deltarune. Chapters 5 and 6, Toby knew. Childhood, I was told that Super Robot Wars would never hit the West because of being a licensing nightmare. Now it has a Steam page. Yeah, I think it's kind of wild that, like, these are now getting official releases. I've never actually played a Super Robot Wars. I mainly know of them through Miracle telling me about them. Ah, shit, 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 shit. Got him. Ah, shit. Take me out. I hate leaving that one pellet there. Yeah, my understanding is you need like a whole conspiracy board to work out the Super Robot Wars timelines. So one of the challenges in Ready Player One was playing a perfect game of Pac-Man. Yeah, that is that is an exceptionally rude challenge. I just have to memorize the Pac-Man pattern. Your faith in my ability to memorize anything after all the blunders you've seen me pull on stream is your faith in me is inspiring but misplaced, I think. I wish there was I wish there were continues. The cringy speech about nerd porn and a character unironically saying, "You idiot, you never read Sword Art Online." Uh, the the other thing I remember is when he's having a crash out against the the character who's girl in real life, but he's having a crash out and he's like, "Are you a biological female who has never had a sex change operation?" And it's just like, ugh, God. That's yeah. My contempt for that book and that author is strong. It would have been based as hell if she was trans, but you know, the author wasn't there yet. And then I'm pretty sure in the second book there was some kind of, "Oh, well, I've spent time as every gender imaginable in cyberspace, so actually I understand the trans struggle." Just, it's nothing but contempt for, "He's gonna get me." Nope, fake them out. Got him. Shit. Yeah, okay. I need to remember that orange will run away from you, so you can, like, spook him into running away. How many Bomberman games? Excuse me. Sorry. How many Bomberman games will you beat before you stop getting game overs? I don't even know. Clearly you can see I would probably never stop getting game overs, because I am bad at these kinds of games. Yeah, God, author self-insert dude is such a piece of shit in those books. I just hated him so much. I made one of my Sims poor ones, of course I get it. Okay, I need to, like, stop trying to pay attention to chat so much here and lock in. I've been playing fucking Pac-Man way too long. There's other games to check out here. What's the Pac goal? Get the kill screen. No, just kidding. The goal is to exhaust all the little cutscenes. So far, I've seen exactly one. Also, sorry, I didn't mean to snort directly into the fucking mic. Ugh. You know what? I was trying to like breathe and accidentally fucking snorted into the mic. I don't know if y'all heard it. Yeah. Not Nort into the mic. That's something else. We're not playing Kingdom Hearts here. Yeah, let's just not finish that thought. Whoop. Faked them out. And then got by him. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Can't believe I'm stupider than a Pac-Man ghost. It's like, here's the dangerous part of eating the ghosts, is that, like, yeah, eating them all in a row gets you more points, but also puts them back on the board faster. Yeah, it's like the red ghost chases you pretty aggressively. The pink ghost will, like, actively try to box you in. Uh, what does the blue ghost do? I think he just kind of goes around more or less randomly, and the orange ghost will chase you, but is also a coward and can be faked out. And will, like, turn away from you. It's a lot to keep in your head if you want to be good at it. Yeah, it's kind of, like, genuinely impressive how they have, like, uh, how they all have, like, different patterns like that. Ah, shit. Probably should have just kept going. Probably would have gotten them. Hey, Captain Confusion. Hey, you've got, some, games to add to the list, I think, from your sub. I don't think you've added any for, the sub you gave a couple streams ago. One Pac-Man game you got any good at was Championship Edition DX with the huge ghost trains and transforming maps. I used to be, at one point, relatively decent at Pac-Man. Shit. Yeah, I don't think you ever put yours in, for your last sub a couple streams ago. Ah, shit. I tried I tried to get it right as he was coming after me, but messed myself up there. For Super Robot Wars Neo. Huh. I mean, I'd rather have human mistakes than, like, fucking chat GPT translating that shit. Letting myself get faked out too easily by him. Once I game over again, let me look at what the patterns are. Like, yeah, duck out here. What did it say the patterns were again? Blinky chases, Pinky ambushes. Inky scares very easily. Clyde isn't very smart. Hmm. So yeah, pretty much the same as my read on them. Red and pink kind of work together to box you in. Oh wait, hold on. It didn't save the switches. Yeah, hold on. Let me let me just let him get me here. Come on. This is doable if I can get better at, like, racking up points. Get those extra lives out of it. Wah, 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 wah. Sharu? Okay, I was about to say, that'd be hilarious if they translated Char Aznable as Sharu. Snow White. Is this one of those think laterally puzzles? Whoa, shoot them. Yeah, I don't know. I have no brain power to devote to this right now, at this current juncture. I hate being boxed in here with all the ghosts around. I'll let chat guess on that. I have no guesses right now. An enjoyable meal, but they were still hungry. How quickly can Snow White get them another course? Uh, I don't, I don't know. I don't get, like, what makes this a riddle. Does it have to do with the poison apple? You're, oh god, get away from me, dude. This is scary. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. Booyah. Alright, that's the furthest I've gotten. Oh, wait. You only get 2 extra lives. You don't get extra lives every 10k. You only get up to... Ah, that sucks. Okay. You only get the first 2 1-ups, and then you don't get any more. I think. Unless... Bonus for 10k. I think you only get the 1 bonus, right? If you only get 1 extra life, that's... makes this difficult. Okay, so I need to not rely so hard on the idea of getting extra lives if I only get the 1. Oh yeah, shit. I think having access to the dip switches is very cool. Snow White gets them in 7 seconds. That's that's not even really a riddle. That's a pun. A pun and a very cringy one at that. Like, getting seconds for food, I guess. 7 dwarves get second helpings. Yeah, but like... That's... That's not even... I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. The fact that you only get 1 extra life is kinda rude. I could have sworn. I could have sworn you at least get continues, but I guess not. Like, nope. What happened there? I basically just got frustrated and killed myself. Oh. There's been so many different versions of Pac-Man over the years that like the one I've played and I'm pretty sure I've gotten all the cutscenes on could very well have been one with like continues or more lives available. Ugh, got faked out by Pinky there. I need to be making better use of those teleports, because removing the red and pink ghosts from the board for even a few seconds is pretty useful. Damn it. I panicked there. I mean, I don't think that's weird. I mean, you like what you like. Am I buffering for anyone else? It looks like I had some dropped frames for a minute there. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, my internet hasn't been the greatest lately, which is also unfortunate. Okay. I think I'm ready to just, like, move on here. I got a high score. Maybe I'll call it. Very much making use of those teleporters. I think I need to get better at using those to my advantage. And that's going to be what carries me through this. Ah. Couple more tries. Not ready to give up just yet. Ironic that I think my first try was my best. I don't think I've hit that 25,000 again. Excuse me. I need to stop letting orange fake me out. It's like... It's frustrating, because it's like, I know I can do this. How hard could it be? It's fucking Pac-Man. And yet, here I am, just eating shit at it constantly. Eating shit when I need to be eating dots, am I right, gamers? Gets, like, hypnotic almost. With the sound effects and everything. I guess that's what they call Pac-Man fever. I think what I also need to do is get the ones nearest to the ghost cage first. Like where they spawn in. Because that gets real dicey up here. Once all four are running around. And of course, later, just start with them all running around already. Yeah, okay. I need to get more consistent with faking out orange to create openings, because that's how it's fucking done. All right, good, good. I think after this round, when I inevitably game over here, I'll be ready to move on. Because, well, there we go. Yeah, alright. We got other games to show off here. Dead Pac-Man noises, you know it. I got some more magazine covers to decompress in between. Unique character from a very enjoyable new game, Little Rabble. I love how much like art there is like for games not even really in this collection. Got Galpus here. Some great, like, some great art here. I love how, like, you know, the artists would have to, like, interpret, you know, these little pixel sprites. Oh, Tower of Draga. That's a game we'll be checking out in a later collection. I love this like drawn gill against like it seems to be like an actual model, like miniature background. That's very cute. Here's an awesome enemy. Make it fit into an 8x8 pixel square. Pac-Land? I'm pretty sure Pac-Land is in another of these collections. When they started giving Pac-Man, like, actual lore and characters, which is kind of funny. Monthly magazine, published by Namco until 1933. Alright, so let's go check out another game. Let's do Galaga. Everyone remembers even the worst Sonic characters. Nobody remembers more than Pac-Man's dog. I remember Miss Pac-Man. I remember Pac-Man Jr. I remember the Ghost Witch of Netor. I think these tabletop arcade machines are interesting. Like, very much had this idea in mind of, like, you'd be sitting at a bar, like, playing some arcade games on the table. I feel like in arcades, you never really see those anymore. Even arcades that'll have, like, retro cabinets. Pac Jr. and Baby Pac are two different characters. And no, they never show up at the same time. Also, hey,Zetamind, welcome in. Excuse my voice being stuffy and shitty sounding. Top display. It sure is a top. Again, I think this kind of virtual museum philosophy to these games is very cute. The Namco Museum series is very cozy. Very cozy to me. Games I could just hang out in. Top display, this is where I keep all my tops. Over here is the sub display where I keep the submarine toys. Can't think of Ghost Witch without thinking the only time you've seen a Pac-Man 2 avatar. Something awful. Pac-Man sitting in a chair. Looking sad with the text, God, you vindictive bitch. Can I ever get some me time? Excuse me, sorry. I may be due for another shot of Dayquil at this point. Galaga was released in 1981. For its time, it had great graphics and sound. Many new ideas, like captive fighters to get more firepower. It's a little interesting that this being the first, Namco Museum collection, that they put Galaga instead of Galaxian, because Galaga is the sequel to Galaxian, I think. And in fact, it's just like, adds this, like, capture mechanic that Galaxian doesn't have, so it's just like a more fully featured version of Galaxian. This thing is called a maple, apparently. You would never know that without looking at the sprite sheet. P-shot. Mystery. So yeah, I love the themed rooms. They're so cute. Getting like the cockpit of the ship here. It's adorable. I love this game so much. It really is. Theme park rides that send you on some kind of tour on a projected screen. A little bit, yeah. Or like, they'll have like themed queues. That's something Disney does really well with their parks. Is like having the line itself kind of be part of the lead up to the ride. With just like, you know, little things to look at and stuff. Also, yeah, this remix is very cute. Watch out, here comes the T-Rex. Plastic head pops out of bushes. All these like cute little remixes and stuff. There's so much effort put into this collection. I would love it if Namco Museum kept this kind of production value going forward. Check out the switches here. I'll do one. You have Namco Museum on Switch and can confirm they did not even try. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I like to think I'm pretty okay at Galaga. Ah, got me on the back, got me on the loop there. We're gonna go for a capture, so let it happen. So, here's the gimmick with Galaga. You get your ship captured, and then now you have a double shot. Challenging stage. Yeah, with double shot, you can like shred these enemies before they even really spawn in, which is fun. Ah, shit. Risk reward of sacrificing a life for extra power is interesting. Yeah, it really is. Alright, let's see what kind of settings we can mess with. It actually tells you, like, what your miss ratio is. That's cute. Mm. Excuse me. Go for it, go for it. You're gonna go for it. And you do have to shoot. You do have to shoot the capture ship while it's on its way down. Otherwise, the captured ship will hang around as an extra enemy instead. So yeah, there's definitely some risk reward to it. That's pretty interesting. Mm. Ah, fug. Never any fun to lose your never any fun to lose your extra firepower on these later stages. Mm. Sec. Okay, that's a little better. Sorry, had to like clear my sinuses a little bit there. Blast the volume on the results screen. Uh, I've never heard that one. Ah, got too risky. Galaga 8? Nah, yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, I can't really do much on these stages without the additional firepower of an extra sword, unfortunately. I don't think Galaga 1988 is in any of these Namco Museum PlayStation collections. Could be wrong. Yeah. Getting fast now. Whoa, okay. I think I'm ready to move on. What time is it? Okay. Probably not gonna go as late as I usually do tonight, due to one being under the weather, and two, Miracle is gonna have work tomorrow morning. I don't want to stream too late for her here. By the way, um, when I was a kid, forever, I thought this like yellow running character on the exit signs was just like a weird human looking Pac-Man. It's not. It's from I don't remember the title of the game. It's like you get this freaking duck away from me. It's oh, what is the game called? It's like a runner game. Let me look up what the name of this game was. I think it was in one of the later Namco Museum collections. Let me just like look this up for a second here. Metro Cross, that's the game I'm thinking of. Where you gotta like run through obstacle courses. Yeah, it's from that game. It's not a weird naked Pac-Man like I thought it was, like my entire childhood. Also, if you go idle, the little Pac-Man here in the bottom right corner falls asleep. It's super cute. Okay. Let's go check out pole position. Small book given away to players years ago in Japan. Is this like a menu? What is going on here? It's a real Pac-Man game. It's a real human being. Hey, Filthy. Welcome in. The YouTube poop-ass use of its commercials screaming the game's name as a jump scare. I've never seen that one. Hi, Filthy. Welcome in. Excuse me being sniffly and stuffy. Oh, would have been like a full enclosure and cabinet. That's cool. Pole position, another game that I am no good at. We'll see what we can do with it here. Pop card placed on the side of the cabinet. Ooh, I like this screenshot that is clearly just like somebody taking a photograph of the screen itself. Very cute. Action scenes. Would the seat have like moved around with the game? That kind of looks like that's what's going on here. Body Sonic, there's like... Yeah, looks like there would have been like pistons and stuff to move the seat around. That's super cool. Hi, Filthy. This is Namco Museum. A game that is a collection of Namco games and takes the museum part very literally. Reminds you of the maps in old Nintendo Power, which were made of photos stitched together. Yeah. Ugh. I still see dozens of Marios jumping around. I like how they highlight the, like the, the overlays on the screens themselves, because, like, they could only do so much with the in-game graphics, so they would have, like, these overlays to kind of extend it. Before you start, shift into low gear and step on the gas. Change gears at 160 kilometers per hour. This was a game I was never good at as a kid. I like the little flag girl, that's cute. You must learn where and when to enter each turn. Even professional drivers must do this. Well, me memorizing stuff is a tall order with all the holes in my brain. Yeah, Filthy, I love the old Namco Museum games, and I wish so hard later Namco Museum games would have kept the actual museum part. Pole Position is a racing game from 1982. The game was drawn to look 3D. As a kid, when I'd play Pole Position, I never understood, like, shifting gears, so let's see if I can do any better this time. Nice animation on the flag girl here. That would have been a pretty good animation for 1980, when was this? 1981, did it say? Go train in Gran Turismo. Yeah, no. 1982, yeah. Pretty nice animation for 1982. He's old enough to be your mom. And here we have the themed room here. Oh, I like how the sponsorship things over here are like games also in this collection. Toy Pop, Pac-Man, Rally X. The little blimp flying around the skybox is cute. Powered by Namco, Challenge of the Sonic, the high score maker. Also, I love how if you go up to, like right up to the walls, you can see it's just like a texture painted on a very small room. Very, very like theme park, uh, theme park inspired design to these. It's so cute. And I love the audience just being a bunch of little pixels. It's also cute. This whole game is cute. I'm gonna be calling everything in this game cute, and there's nothing you can do about it. Here we have the cabinet itself. You can indeed see it's like a big sit-down cabinet. Alright, enough gawking, let's play. Uh, Tower of Nuraga. Prepare to qualify. There's some billboards that go by really quickly, but they're also pretty cool. The Namco with like the Nazca lines. That's straight out of Xevious. There's a Dig Dug enemy, yeah. Tower of Juraga just went by. Wait, I'm in low gear, damn it. Okay. Another that goes by every now and then. Another that goes by every now and then is like a Pac-Man ghost, but in like the but not as like the in-game one. Like a Pac-Man ghost from like the the art, which is interesting. Did not even qualify. Is there even a break button, or is it just... Okay, square button is break. Good to know. So I can break out of turns that way. Hey! Well, we're gonna go for that high score. I think we can do it. That was with crashing once. Whoa. Watch out, watch out. Get out of my face. Now I get the actual race. Yeah. Shit. Ah, so close. Hey, extended play. I don't think the game is actually keeping track of like placement at all. I think it's just... Yeah. I think it's just, the other racers are just enemy racers on the track. It's not actually keeping track of like what place I'm in, I don't think. Excuse me, sorry. You wait, no, that's not what I meant to put. The home versions had it where up and down would change gears. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, here it's R1 and L1 will shift gears. Is there? Can you actually finish a race? Is what I want to find out. I think that's worth investigating. Ooh. Okay, so it does keep track of position, actually. Good to know. Let's get out in front of the other racers so that we don't have to fucking worry about them. But then, like, where do these cars come from? There must just be, like, enemy cars on the track, I think. That, like, aren't actually part of the race, because otherwise there's, like, so many of them. The game surely is not keeping track of all of these, right? Ooh. Ah. Ah. Back in the day, this would have been using the steering wheel to put this in, and it's a little touchy on a on a D-pad. HFX. Can you finish a race in pole position? I'm looking this up. Because if so, I'm going to consider finishing a race to be, Okay, yeah. There's a set number of laps, and I keep timing out and not actually finishing the race. Four laps altogether. Let's really juice this in our in our favor here. Why don't we? Excuse me. I've never actually questioned the structure of this game until now. So let's do this. Let's actually finish a race. I liken the sound effect just being re. Fourth place, not bad. This is gonna demand almost perfection out of me, isn't it? Like, if I crash, that's probably just it, right? I don't see how. Maybe with the additional time I get. But still not. Whoa, what the? That was weird. I just got some weird lag there. I've never seen that happen. Ah. Oh, it adjusts how much time it gives you if you're doing fewer laps. Okay, sure. So fewer laps is going to be tighter timing. Doesn't let you totally cheese it. I've never really been good at like arcade racer games. Like, Outrun, I'm also terrible at. So I crashed, but I think that's still enough to qualify. Just like in last place. Ah, Garbo. Alright, so maybe I need to... I really wish I could just, like, exit back to the menu out of this. If you are not going, you are still idling forward extremely slowly, which is funny. Okay, yeah, let's shift it back to 4 laps, because that way we'll get the benefit of having more bonus time. Time Sakurai ranted about how he'd feel bad in arcades if people would be discouraged from picking up a game due to an experience that seemed hopeless. Yeah. I love Sakurai's game design videos. It's like so much consideration goes into the stuff that like you just don't even think about. Because in the final product, it just feels like so frictionless, but like there's just so much consideration that goes into it. I very much. Oh yeah, 50. Okay. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on. I'm so close. I'm so close. Give me that. Yes. Whoa, god damn it. You gotta be good at this. You really do. It demands basically perfection. context, it was justifying Grandma must be able to win mechanics in Smash. He did have a very strong point. It's a miracle people even liked video games back then. Definitely what we had at the time. Why not just let me have unlimited time? Really? Like, it's enough that it's like a race that, like, I'm racing other cars, but I'm also racing the clock. Because, like, why? I think that still lets me qualify. I'm just going to be all the way in last place to start with. I gotta do a qualifying lap, like, every time, too. Like, filtering the people who just really can't hack it from even just being able to play the game itself is kind of messed up. Ooh, get over. Bumping into a car from behind doesn't feel like the worst thing. You don't explode, you just, like, lose some speed. That's progress, baby. It's like bumping into a car from behind. It's like you'd rather do that than just fucking explode. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm so close to that fourth lap. I'm getting better at this. I'm making progress, like, each time. This feels actually doable. So it feels like first place is just gonna be a given if you're in any way, you know, racing within the time limits. But um the better you qualify, the less you're having to maneuver around other cars at the very beginning. Which is like important seconds. I've never qualified at first place. Like, just being able to accelerate here and not have to worry about other cars would be pretty cool. Ah, okay. Damn it. How badly does that screw me up here? Alright. Still gets me that lap. Hi, Yuna. Oh, fuck. This is scary. Whew, just barely. Just barely. Ah! Yeah. This expects almost total perfection out of you. 20 seconds on... That's not happening. I want to win a race. It's not like Pac-Man. I have a concrete goal to work towards here. I want to win a race. Ah! I think in an absolutely perfect lap, you know, the extended play you get is still enough to get you to the next lap. So it's not like it's not giving me enough time. I just have to be basically flawless in my execution here. Why? Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong gear. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. My thumb was rolled over ever so slightly onto the brake. So I was just hammering the brake there. Wah, wah, wah. Fuck. Fuck. Dude. Ooh. Please, I'm so close. Just give it to me. Just give it to me. I can see the finish line. Okay, maybe now that I'm getting a little bit better at it, maybe let's go ahead and turn the laps down to 3, because I can get to that third lap. It's just like being consistent at for that long is a tall order. So it's gonna require me to be like a little more consistent, but it's like I don't have to maintain that consistency for as long, you know? Ah, excuse me, sorry. Ah, fucking. Endurance and consistency are underrated skills, they really are. Ah, it's not happening there. They really needed to just, like, let us exit. But Clyde... Let's, take a look at the little signs here. Got a dig dog enemy. Ah, I hear Yuna whining. I don't think all of these signs would have been in the original game, by the way. Because I'm pretty sure, like, Tower of Juraga comes after. Tower of Juraga would come after pole position. So I'm pretty sure there were, like, some product placement or another that, is not in the Namco Museum version and was replaced here. See also the Namco logo with, like, the very 90s looking Pac-Man. I'm sure those were probably something else. There's so many cars going into this turn. Why are there so many? Apparently this race has 3,000 other cars. Yeah. Sniffly, sniffly. Come on. It's so close. Namco Museum games as a whole don't use the original source code. Instead, just recreate the games. Yeah, I imagine with, like, stuff like being able to actually pause and stuff. There were absolutely branded ads. Neat. So what would those ads have been for, then? Because I've only ever seen the Namco Museum version of Pole Position. Ooh, shit. F1 and kart sponsors. Also, Marlboro, Pepsi, and Martini. Huh, alright. Is Martini a brand name? I thought that was just like the name of a drink. Yeah, completely understandable that they removed the cigarette sponsorship. This turn always screws me up here, damn it. I really need to get better at that turn at high speeds, because that's always the one I eat shit on. What is normal 1 and normal 2? Easy. Wonder what affects the difficulty level. Because it's not like, is it just like number of other cars on the track? I mean, that's third place. I still don't know what that actually changed. Pepsi Man. Missing out. They're missing out on that Pepsi Man sponsorship. Coulda been a thing here. Really got to slow down early going into these turns, especially when you're fucking flying at 300 kilometers an hour. Like, it's so much better to just take the loss of speed here than to, crash and lose it entirely. Oh my god. Okay. Can do this. Third lap, third lap. Don't screw this up. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is miserable. This third lap sucks so much. There's so many cars. Get to the finish line of a giant Pepsi can is barreling towards you. That's the final challenge. That was close. That was close. I got to, like, the final straightaway. I so badly want to actually finish a race for, like, my first time playing this game ever. Again, I don't know what the actual difficulty on the qualifying time is, because, like, it doesn't seem to actually make a difference there. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. These other cars need to stay out of my fucking way. Damn it. Whine, whine, whine. Whining louder than this fucking engine. I'm so close, I'm so close, I'm so close. Give it to me, please just give it to me. I'm right. Got it. Literal last second. Ah! We even got to see the flag girl. No, no, no. I'm never playing that again. What time is it? 11:19. Miracle, about when are you wanting to go to bed? I am perfectly happy with wrapping this up soonish and letting this be a 2-game stream. We got loads of great games to play, all the best in the new year. Yeah, and I love how, like, they would actually do, like, you know, all this unique art and stuff for these magazine covers. It's very cute. We got Pac-Man, we got Mappy, we got Libble Rabble. You have what it takes to play real baseball. Ichira Gyakuten now available. I do kind of wish these games had, like, some of these really deep cuts. I think if Namco Museum had kept going from, like, the PlayStation series, where they would have a lot of these deep cuts. Be ambitious. High energy of Ryoma would save the day. But, like, especially as you get into the... Once the series leaves... leaves the PlayStation, they really start going for a quantity over quality. NG Supplement contained a dice game, an encyclopedia of Namco characters, as well as other information. Nice clip. Pac-Man is morphing into a tiger. Let's get out of here before he gets us. Oh, very cute. Very cute. I love it. Pow, pow. And the ghost is like Oni with the clubs. Would that have been Year of the Tiger? Pino and Akka are on the loose. Bad guys and Toy Pop should be aware. Toy Pop is in this collection. That is like... Toy Pop is such a wild deep cut to have in like the first volume. Be excited once I get to that one. I don't think it's ever shown up in any other collection. Like, once these games leave the PlayStation, they go real quantity over quality, and it's just like, well, each one's like, oh, well, it's gotta have Pac-Man, it's gotta have Galaxy, and it's gotta have Dig Dug. After the last issue, Namco published Nowers, a new magazine. And that's what I like about these older collections, is that, like, they would have a lot more of, like... The jukebox here? Oh, this is cute. I forgot there was a jukebox. The entire 2 music tracks in Pac-Man. Yeah, like I said, Miracle, when, would you like me to wrap this up? Has the Valkyrie? Yeah, for sure. Got Rally X ready for another car game. Keychains with the Rally X map. That's super cute. Here seems probably good. Alright. About halfway and you like to get a shower. Alright, we'll check out Rally X next time then. Who can I send y'all off to? Lizstar is playing some Final Fantasy 10-2. Depths is playing a Game Boy project. I'll send y'all off to Depths. Alright. Well, I'm going to end this stream and go chug a whole bottle of NyQuil. Hopefully, by the next stream, I'll be a little bit less cruddy feeling. Maybe have some good news on my job, hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope I'm not fucking unemployed. Anyways, y'all go hang out with Deaths. I'll see y'all next time. Good night, everyone. Oh, wow. On the chibi model, it really eats me because I'm only like 2 feet tall. That's hilarious. So it like scales. It's still eating me as if I'm the big model. That's great. Okay, for real. Good night, everyone.